Hey YouTube, Joseph Fulmer here, and I hope you're going to enjoy this video. A little bit more of our pop-up bale loader in action. Uh, if you have been watching the videos from my trip down to Orlando, don't worry, they're still coming. We're going to finish out the trip. The only thing is, they're taking me a little bit longer to edit, so I'm trying to post some of these other videos in the meantime. This is some of the stuff that we've been doing around the house since I've been back. Some of it might have happened before we left, but this has been since I've been back. So do me a favor, while you're watching the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you've already hit the subscribe button, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notifications on all my upcoming videos. And as always, please do me a favor and share them with your friends. Drop your comments down in the comments section, and please don't forget to rate it when it's all over with. Now, just to kind of give you a little bit of a backstory, this pop-up bale loader, I actually was looking for a hay elevator when I stumbled onto the first one of these. I have never seen one of these in action until I bought mine, other than in videos online as I was researching what I had found. I was looking for a hay elevator to get my hay off the trailer into the barn. I've always picked hay up by hand. In my search for a hay elevator, I ran across one of these, and I knew what I was looking at. I just from what it looked like, I knew what it was supposed to do, but I'd never actually seen one. So I started doing some research, looked up some videos on YouTube, and there's a few others out there, and figured out what I was looking at, and knew that in order to get the hay out of the field faster, especially when it was myself and my kids doing it, I needed to get a hold of one of these, because as you can see, I'm the only one on this trailer. There's nobody in the field. The loader is doing all the work of picking them up and getting them on the trailer, except for a few here and there that I jump off and throw on just to get out of the way. And what you can't see is my 14-year-old daughter Madison is driving the tractor. Now, this is the first time she has ever driven a tractor. I put her on it because I needed her help. She was the only one that I had at home that was able to help me at that point in time. And driving the tractor with the trailer, with the bale loader attached to the trailer, is more difficult than you would think. You've got to take wider turns. You generally want to try and turn away from the bale loader itself. She, as you can see there, is figuring out how to use a clutch. The field she is working in right now is probably the hardest field to learn how to drive a setup like this, for the simple fact that what we just crossed when you saw the bale loader shaking back and forth real bad is actually a terrace in the field. The field is it's almost like a double half moon shape. It's really weird shape, so there's no good, it's not a square field, so there's no good straight line anywhere. But she did an excellent job, especially for a first time around. And we picked up 50 to 55 bales. I don't remember the exact count, but I know, let's say it was somewhere around 50 in roughly 35-40 minutes. And it just was the two of us. By the time I was done, I was not exhausted. I wasn't throwing them on the trailer. You can see I'm just standing back here, and as they fall off the bale loader, I'm stacking them. So, like I said, I stumbled across this, and I knew this was something I needed for my operation, based on the simple fact that instead of having to have 3 or 4 of my boys out there in the field helping me throw these bales, I can actually do this with one other person, and I'm not exhausted when I get done. All I'm doing is standing there stacking them. So the bale loader itself, they made several different companies made bale loaders. Khalib, which I believe was bought out by Bush Hog, they made a pop-up bale loader. There's a couple other companies, and this one, and I've only found a few of them that they are for sale, is actually galvanized, which is really nice, because a lot of these were made in the late 50s, 60s, and 70s. I don't know if they still make them, but they tended to rust out because they got left outside. They collected water. They were sitting on the ground, and I found this one. It was galvanized, and I actually drove almost 5 hours one way to pick this bale loader up because I was looking for them, and every one I would see that was reasonably priced, by the time I would contact the seller, it was already gone. And I live about an hour south of St. Louis, Missouri. I actually drove all the way to Claremore, Oklahoma to pick this one up. And like I said, sometimes you just have to be patient. It needed 2 tires. I had to weld one of the wheels where the wheel had actually rusted through, and as you can see, the biggest issue we have is occasionally a bale will bounce off the trailer. But I had to weld up one of the wheels where it rusted through around the valve stem, put tires on it, put a tube in one of the tires. The other tire is still tubeless. It's doing just fine. But I paid $150 for this bale loader. By the time I bought fuel to drive to Claremore, Oklahoma and back to get it, I've got about $300 stuck in it. But it makes it so much easier because the field I cut before this one that I shot the first video of, which I'll stick a card up here in the top, we had 74 bales. It was 73 or 74 bales in the field. My son and I, just 2 of us, picked up all of them in about an hour and a half. And the only reason it took us that long is because it was 2 separate fields, and we had to actually detach the bale loader from the tractor, put the trailer on the truck, and use the tractor to tow the bale loader around on the road to get into the second field. So had it been one field, we'd have had about an hour maybe in picking up 75 bales. And my son was towing the bale loader for the first time. He'd driven the tractor before, but he was going a little bit slower, just trying to get used to it. So but it's a pretty nice machine. It actually works really well. It drives off the ground, and in some of the shots you might be able to see there is a conveyor chain that actually lifts the bales up, and it drives off. There's an axle on the 2 wheels that ride on the ground, and that is what drives the conveyor chain. There is a bolt that runs through the sprocket on the axle it runs through the hub on the axle into the sprocket that you can actually remove. It's 1 bolt, and you can remove it to disengage the chain. That way you can move it around without the chain running. That works great. When you go to tow it down the road, you actually lay it down. So where you see the bale sitting right now, you lay that down on the ground, and there's a tongue on the top of it so that you can tow it down the road, and it's not as tall. In a few of these shots, you can actually see the front. There are 2 arms that guide the bale in, and there's a cage on top so that if the bale is standing up on end, like straight up and down, it'll knock it over. It doesn't matter whether they're on their side or whether they're flat. The bale loader will pick them up. It does just fine either way. The only thing that they have to be laying down on the ground. And with this particular model, the second bale in line knocks the first bale off the top table. You can reach up and grab them, which you see me do quite often just to get them out of the way and get them stacked. I have on one occasion had the conveyor chain actually break one of the twines on the bale. Not a big deal. This particular day we had a couple of them get down in between and get broken, but it wasn't anything major. But guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do me a favor, don't forget to click that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and stay tuned. And if you've been watching the videos from my Orlando trip, I will get some more of them up. Just give me a little bit of time to get them edited, and then they're going to get uploaded to YouTube. And in the meantime, stick around because I'm going to be cutting more hay next week, so I'm sure I'm going to have a few videos from that. And I've got a bunch of other footage from here, there, and everywhere that is going to be edited and going up online. somewhere in the meantime. So please keep sharing the videos, stay subscribed to the channel, and enjoy, guys. Thanks for watching.